our Instagram followers, our social media followers, I'm Daniel Bizzell, CEO of 10 Seconds, American Legacy, and the Funk Fighters brands that you see on Matt's race kits throughout the season. And we've seen a lot of it this season, obviously with the Pro Series. And Matt, I know you've really enjoyed the season, and we've all seen how the Pro Series has highlighted your strength as an endurance athlete. Not just one race a season, 2 races a season, but race after race. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, once the series was announced, I got the biggest smile on my face because it was one that I felt that I could really excel at. If you kind of back test everything, I end up pretty well in the series if they would have had it the last couple of years. So too bad that it didn't happen earlier in my career, but I'm really happy that it's here this year. Excited that it's announced again for 2025. Kind of took a lot of the guesswork out of what schedule I do, and it was like, here are the races. You got to do 5 to 6 races, 5 of them count, and so yeah, it was made planning really easy.
Tailor made for Matt. Matt's a modest guy and a hard worker, which is one of the reasons we love working with Matt and having him affiliate with our brands. You're an approachable guy, you're authentic, and you work really hard, and we appreciate that. And like we talked about the highlights, and just as Matt's excited about the series continuing for 2025, we are as well. I know that my plan is to meet with the new Ironman CEO at Ironman North Carolina, and from my understanding, he'll be racing too. So that'll be kind of his home race. And we hope to be more of that as well. So in addition to seeing Matt out there, seeing more pros racing next year, I think you'll see more brand activation from 10 Seconds, Second Wind, and Funk Fighters at those events. And we'll try to tie that to some fun announcements for the upcoming year in Kona. Speaking of Kona, you're in the middle of your last kind of block and prep for Kona. We're here in Colorado. I've had the pleasure of staying at the Moxie this week here in Boulder. Unfortunately, I didn't get to fly out with the bike. I am going to get a trail run. I did enjoy a really nice semi-urban hike this morning. Looked at real estate. Got a great view of the Flatirons. I obviously found a cemetery as well. I probably can't even afford the plot in the cemetery here because the prices have gone up. But it's a beautiful area. It's great for training. I know how long has Colorado been your end?
We moved to Castle Rock end of 2020.
Yeah.
So I've been here for 4 years, and it's great. I come up to Boulder usually twice a week. Mm-hmm. Today I've got my favorite ride in Boulder on tap this afternoon. It's Big Thompson Canyon, so looking forward to 5 hours just me and the bike.
Yeah. So that's another thing. So right from this, Matt's going from, what do you do, an hour and a half to the pool?
Yep.
Hour and a half to the pool, you're going to a 5-hour canyon ride. I think anyone who's watching this behind the scenes, this is very casual, is very jealous of that. I mean, if you're an executive or a full-time employee sitting at the desk watching YouTube or scrolling through Instagram at the end of the day after working hard, commuting, we have a lot of jealousy for their lifestyle. It's just what I tell my design and my creative professionals, stay at the drawing board as long as you can, because as soon as you just get into the executive or leadership or biz dev side, there's a lot of monotony. The good thing is weeks like this, meeting with athletes like you, talking about the future of the brands, being on site in your hometown or in the premise of your hometown, it re-energizes us as well. So I think you'll see some ideas that come from our sessions and what's happened this week. We've had the opportunity to meet with our retail partners in the area, of which we have a vast kind of network of retail partners in the area. So if you're ever in Boulder doing training, you have Neptune Outfitters, Runner's Roost, the local Fleet Feets, 2 or 3 bike shops, all of which you can find our products, whether it be something therapeutic or replacement or high vis, or just fun like Funk Fighters. So remember that if you're in the area, and if you're in the area and you're staying at one of the hotels in the area and you need something, I'm sure they'd be happy to drop it off for you as well. And that's something we'll kind of work on with some brand activation in the future. So let's talk about what else we got on the docket. And since we're in Colorado and you moved to Colorado in 2020, what's the most Coloradoan thing that you've done since the move?
It's been, riding your bike is about as Colorado as it gets. Everybody does it here,
That's
which
a given,
is great.
right?
I mean, they are subsidizing e-bike purchases now at the federal and state and county level here in Boulder County. So you can basically get an e-bike for nothing. Which is pretty cool. They're really trying to get people out, and they continue to build up the infrastructure around to try and make it safer and safer for us to ride.
Have you done much camping since moving to Colorado?
I haven't done any camping. We went up to the mountains a couple times over the winter and did some snowshoeing and stuff like that. I'll learn how to ski post-career. Right now that's an ACL waiting to happen, so we'll put that one on the back burner for a bit.
That is one of the first things when you're a professional athlete, or if you're interested in sponsorship from us and our brands, is you're going to get a list, you're going to get an NDA, and collaborative response, and how you work with the companies and contracts. But then you got that couple of paragraphs or a whole page. It's basically the things you can't do under contract. Snow skiing and motorcycles are typically the top of the list on a lot of those contracts. But I would say snowshoeing is a pretty Colorado thing to do.
Yeah, it's good. The dog, it's something that my wife and I can do together. Bring the dog, and you don't have to go very far to tire him out pretty quick. So,
well, post Kona and season wrap, maybe when you get a little bit of time to relax and chill, maybe I can plan a trip out with a couple of the team members, and let's go on a camping trip. Obviously, when you wait till spring, it's going to be pretty cold, but maybe in the spring we go on a camping trip, and we'll take some American Legacy products and kind of interact with that a little bit, because that's one of the brands that you haven't really had much interaction with or activation with from our Legacy. And just so you know, obviously we've been making narrow textiles for 100 years. Those textiles are seen throughout the sporting goods and running industry on footwear, waistbands, and drawstrings in countless global brands. And that's been a key part of our story as a U.S. manufacturer. But we also have those retail products. So we have products that you can buy every day, whether it be paracord for everything from crafting to adventure to hunting and outdoors. And then, of course, we've got the therapeutic products and cleaning products that you've seen Matt interact with, whether it be pressure relief insoles or the lace options that we make for the products and brands. So, Matt, we appreciate everything you've done with us for the brand. You've energized the team, not just the marketing team, but everything from leadership, the board, all the way down into the factory level and packaging product this year. We've had a great time following along and seeing the adventure. We're glad that you're getting the credit that's deserved as being a very consistent, hardworking athlete. And we're looking forward to watching Kona at the end of the season.
I appreciate it. It's been a lot of fun to be a part of the brand and learn about where things are headed. It's crazy, the innovation that is in this space. Definitely something I didn't expect when we first started talking, and it's fun to see all the moving parts, and looking forward to what's coming next in the next few years.
That's right. Matt hit the nail on the head. You think about us when your shoelace breaks or your waistband doesn't stay up, but we're kind of in the background the rest of the time. But you're right. I think with innovations and things that we have in the pipeline, the brand visibility, the U.S. made story will continue to grow. We want to grow that with you as well. And we're just looking forward to the wrap of the season and getting on the next one. So, all right.
Go.
Well, thanks everybody. Stay tuned in. We'll try some great behind the scenes leading into Matt's trip and racing out in Kona. In addition to that, stay kind of in tune. Matt will release this. We'll have some offers and some specials, both for you as consumers and users of the product, but I think we're also going to have some for our new retail partners as well. So Matt will communicate that probably from Kona pre-race. From Boulder, Colorado, I want to say thank you again, and we'll reach out again soon. Thank you.